In this lecture, I am going to talk about the topic proactive routing protocol, which is otherwise called as table-driven protocol. So last class we have discussed about the topic classification of routing protocol. So the proactive routing approach, which is comes under the criteria based on routing update mechanism. So in table-driven protocol, the node present in the particular network, that is each and every node present in the particular network, maintaining its topology information in the form of table, and in order to update the table, the frequent exchange can take place among the nodes. So when we compare with other different types of protocol, so the table driven protocol has some advantages as well as some shortcomings. So the advantages in the sense, because of the information are readily available, the delay will be greatly reduced. Because of the update, need update in a frequent basis, so it consume more bandwidth and it has the high control over it. And if any number of, if it is if the number of node will be very less in a particular network, the control over it is very less. If the number of node is very high, then the control over it is also high. And in order to store the information among all the nodes, it needs high storage equipments. So under this proactive approach, so many different types of protocols, which we already discussed in the last class, coming under the topic classification of routing protocols. So among those protocol, as per syllabus, we are going to talk about only this destination sequence distance vector protocol. In destination sequence vector protocol, we have modified the Bellman-Ford algorithm. So in Bellman-Ford algorithm, each node maintains the shortest path to destination, as well as it maintains the first node on this shortest path. So here how we are going to modify means we are going to include the sequence number, the new column which is called a sequence number, which helps to identify the duplicate messages. So here I have shown the network. In that network, totally 15 nodes are there, from 1, 2, 3, 4, like that 15 nodes are there. As the protocol, each and every node, that is all the 15 nodes, maintaining its own routing table. The routing table will be look like this. Here all the routing information has been stored in the form of a table. So the first column represent the destination node, second column represent the next node, and third column represents the distance between your source and destination node, and fourth column is sequence number, which is randomly generated, which helps to identify whether the packet or the information is new one or old one. So as I said, each and every node maintaining its own table. Here I have shown the table which is maintained by the node 1. So while seeing the table from node 1 to destination means the from node 1 to node 2, how I am going to reach. So in order to reach from node 1 to node 2, I have to choose the next node path, next node as 2. The distance between 1 to 2 is 1. So that is also stored in this table, and sequence number which is randomly generated. And the next case from 1 to 3, how I am going to reach the 3? Either this way I have to choose n, that is 1, 5, 4, 3, or else I have to choose this 1, 2, 3. You know that the shortest path is 1, 2, 3, because from 1 to 2, 1, and 2 to 3, 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. When we choose this path, here 2, that is 1 to 5, 1, 5 to 4, 1, and 4 to 3, 1. So 3 hop count is there. The distance is very far. So we have choose the shortest path. So we have choose this as my path to reach the destination 3. So in order to reach the 3 from 1, next node I have to choose in is 2. That is the information is also stored in the column next node. The whole total of count is 2. So the random sequence number will be generated and also stored here. Now, in order to reach the 1 to 12, I have chosen either this path or else this path I have chosen. So 1, 2, 3, like this 1, 2, 3. So for both the path, the distance will be common. So we have chosen any one of these best path here. So for this image, the my ultimate destination is 15. In order to reach the 15, I have to choose this path or else this path or else this path. So many different paths are there. Among these, I have chosen the best path. So in order to reach the 15, I have I have three possibilities: one, 6, 5, 2. Because these three nodes are intermediate neighborhood node of this source node. So I can able to go this three way. But here I have chosen the next node as 5. While seeing the table, it is the shortest path, so I have chosen the next node as 5. So I will be start to share the packets through this 5, and finally it will be reach your desired destination. So here, if suppose any there is a lot, as we all know that in ADAC network there is no infrastructure and all the nodes are highly mobile in nature. So frequent path break will occur. So in order to update the current status, we need to exchange the routing information to all other nodes and update the table frequently. And in the next case, as I already said, here the nodes are highly mobile in nature. If only one particular node will move from this network and join in somewhere else, then you can update the table based on the incremental update. If more than one node has changed in the particular network, then based on the full dump, we can able to update our routing table. Let us consider here. Here the path between 10 and 11 has been broken. So now the node has moved from here and joined here. Now already, as I said already, each and every node maintaining its table. Now the changes will be instantly noted by the node 10. So once the path has been broken, which is identified by the node, instantly it will be changed that path as the infinity. So now the 11, the node has been moved from here and joined somewhere else. So it will be instantly aware about 10. So 10 having maintaining the table like this in that table. So in order to reach the destination 11, it has to have one path. In that path, it will be choose instead of 4, it will be choose it as a infinity and start to flooding the information to the entire network. So all the nodes starts to receive this update information and it will be interpret the table and it has to update. So it will be check the infinity is there. So now all the nodes are start to understood about the 11 has to be left here and join somewhere else. Now the node 11 has joined in 14. So now 14 the node aware about instantly aware about node 11 has newly arrived and joined here. So in order to reach the node 11, so through 14 only we can able to reach. So now node 14 also maintaining its table like this. Now it will be change the sequence number which is greater than the previous one, which is greater than the previous one, and again it starts to flooding that information to the entire network. Then all the nodes receiving this information, it has to update the this newly updated information. So as I said, if the node has been moved, the node link is set to infinity and flooded throughout the network. So all the nodes which is present inside the network aware about this ongoing this the node path broken and the path node has been newly joined in that node. So all those things will be aware. Now because of this, previously in order to reach the node 11, previously we have chosen the path 1 5 10 11. In order to reach the 11 from node 1, we have chosen this path 1 5 10 11. Now the node has been lifted here and joined here. Now the new path has been generated for 11. The hope count is 4. Now to reach the 11, now the new path is 1 5 10 14 11. Through 14 only we can able to reach the 11. So the new path will be updated here. When compare with the previous one, compare the previous one, the node to reach the 11, the hope distance to reach the 11 is 3. Now because of this link broken, now the new node is having the distance as 4. In this way, the path broken information has been updated. In this way, all the node update its table. Now we have to understood that how much complex is this. So each and every node maintaining the table like this. So that is why it requires more memory when compared with other type of protocol. And apart from that, in order to avoid this single frequent path break, so many this 10th node generates some messages, as well as the node 14 also generates some messages. That message will flooded throughout this network, so it will consume more bandwidth. So that is why we can say a lot of drawbacks are there in DSDV protocol. In the next class we are going to talk about the another protocol that is comes under the category of on demand routing protocol. Thank you.